When we're roaming around Venice, perhaps the most mystique city in Europe, we can't help but thinking that someone who knows everything, rules everything, and controls our desires, personally draws his amazing itinerary for us. So we, inspired by an invisible guide, walk along the endless labyrinths of the streets of Venice. And finally, reaching the broad space of Piazza San Marco, so unusual for this place, some invisible force is dragging you to the beginning of the Grand Canal, the city's great thoroughfare, and one building there always draws our attention. Like Caravel, it runs with its sharp bow, with ever-present fortuna into the coolness of azure water. You'd think that just a bit more, just another gust of daring Mediterranean wind, and the invisible sails, which of course are there, will blow up, firmly stopping the wind and submitting it to their power and rise high up. And then, the huge white ship of Punta della Dogana will break free from the chains of stone embankment that hold it and set sailing toward its implacable fate. Punta della Dogana doesn't look like any other of the Venetian buildings, which seem to be squeezed by some unseen force and doomed to eternal peace. But a building ship set in the imaginary perpetual motion, eternal ride on the waves of time. Is a quite different thing. According to the wonderful idea of a shrewd philanthropist, this building was turned into a fortress of art. Its renovated interior represents an object of modern art by itself, an ultra-modern idea placed in the context of historical heritage. Regardless of the season, presence of Biennale or weather in the center of Dogana Museum, we plunge into the world of modern art, the best of the world's best art. Wrapping the city with its elusive cape, the night wants to smoothen everything out, and only the rustle of splashing waves reminds us about the building ship which froze on the embankment. And then, the idea to illuminate this wonder ship, take it away from the night and give it to the city forever was born, so that it will attract looks like a candle flame or lighthouse light, and give hope to all present and future travelers. Our work on this project is aimed at evoking hidden power in ordinary architectural objects, challenging familiar associations by thought-out intervention of advanced technologies. There is no other element with such a lasting effect on the life on our planet as light. Light enchants us with its unique nature. We love studying it, studying physical contexts and perception of the phenomenon of light by various peoples over the course of millenniums. The connection between materials and light is interesting in itself, because we're dealing here with the artist's main creative environment. However, elements and structures used to emphasize and amplify the light component have much deeper meaning. Punta della Dogana's architectural illumination is an artificial illumination which we make to create certain emotionally comfortable mood in spectators, and to emphasize existing architecture both inside and outside the museum. The Inspired project is an intellectual performance created by light, lasers, and interactive projectors. The show, repeating every day as the darkness falls, begins with a slow incandescence created by lasers and video cameras. followed by the interactive phase, which allows to create 3D graphics and make the museum's walls transparent. Everything takes place in real time, thanks to a scanning system which reacts to the entire space of the museum on the whole. People outside the museum building will watch the exhibition thanks to projection on the museum's facade, which means that the installation can be viewed throughout the night. Thanks to light and cameras, the museum will live spectacular nightlife. The main objective pursued when designing architectural illumination of buildings is to emphasize the very architecture of the building and the space inside it. In this case, it is also important to blend the museum's building into Venice's existing or designed light environment. We constantly live surrounded by hundreds of thousands flickering night illumination sources, be it brightly lit city avenues, store showcases, or car headlights. So we simply cannot imagine a life without these artificial suns. But in the darkness, a creative person can discern mystical phenomena. For in the nighttime, architectural structures of Punta della Dogana, different than in daylight, mysterious and intriguing. The idea behind our project is to enable round-the-year interactive observance of the museum's life. From now on, the museum and everything inside it belongs to everyone and forever, day and night. That is something that has never been seen before anywhere. Museum nights every day. And that is something every fan and every tourist in any city of the world can only dream about.